War started again. The U.S. bombed Iran. What? What do you mean? What happened tonight? Oh my God. There's more Iran, but holy shit. This is insane. Okay, war is back on the menu. An unknown object over Sirik, southwest Iran, filmed minutes ago. Sirik south of the mouth of the Strait of Hormuz. What the hell is that? It's just a red dot. Per Iran's reporting? I guess so. I don't know. It's not really a lot to go based off of this. U.S. fires on Iranian oil tanker. IRGC retaliates. U.S. missiles at warships. U.S. strikes the launch sites. I'm surprised they even have any left. What is this here? U.S. military has carried out strikes on Iran's Bandar. What is this? Oh, here's another one. So the war is back on. Holy shit. I'm not surprised. Of course. Let me see if there's any more of these. Yeah, the game's back on? Yeah, I guess so. Let me go through these other ones, too. Iran is livid, publicly raging after the U.S. military launched strikes, claiming other countries joined in against them. Iran is bluffing, saying that they caused significant damage against the U.S. in response. Oh, this is like 11 minutes ago, so this is happening, like, right now. Holy fuck. Not really. Unfortunately, Israel would join, too. I have no idea. So they're bombing them again. Holy fuck, man. And major breaking, Trump just struck Iran's Qasem port and is the entrance to the Strait of Hormuz. Any attack is a direct escalation of the war. I mean, can you even escalate the war? I feel like it's already escalated.
Reporting duties yet again there. And Lucas, hello.
Yeah, how does it escalate anymore?
Good morning, Bill. If that Iranian tanker had been full of oil, there would have been no rudder to take out because it would have been below the waterline. It's the first time in history an F-18 Super Hornet has taken out a tanker going to guns to do it. And U.S. Central Command...
So they just blew up the oil tanker now. Holy shit.
...out with a statement about the incident saying, quote... American forces issued multiple warnings and informed the Iranian-flagged vessel it was in violation of the U.S. blockade.
So now we're blockading it, and they didn't listen, and so we blew it up. Okay, yeah, it makes sense.
Hazan, that's what the ship was called. Crew failed to comply with repeated warnings. U.S. forces disabled the tanker's rudder. Hazan is no longer transiting to Iran.
Yeah,
so the F-18 went to guns, raking this unloaded Iranian oil tanker's rudder while trying to run the blockade en route to Iran. We don't know where she came from right now. It's not the first unique kill in history. Recall that F-22 that took out the Chinese spy balloon off the coast of South Carolina a few years ago.
Yeah.
Now, that Super Hornet launched from the 4-acre flight deck of the USS Abraham Lincoln on station in the Arabian Sea, enforcing the blockade. There are 3 squadrons of Rhinos, as Super Hornets are also called, aboard Lincoln. Top Hatters, Black Aces, and Vigilantes. While top U.S. officials insist the ceasefire is holding, recall General Kane saying Tuesday, U.S. forces have come under attack more than 10 times in the past month.
Jesus.
One day after Project Freedom was announced, before scrapped, Iran fired a missile at a French-owned ship transiting the Strait of Hormuz after the French sent its only aircraft carrier through the Suez Canal and into the Red Sea. So as we await Iran's response to the American proposal to have Iran scrap its nuclear program, hand over all of its enriched uranium and open the Strait of Hormuz, it appears China wants a piece of the negotiations, hosting Iran's foreign minister 1 week before President Trump heads to Beijing. So right now, there's more than 1,500 ships that remain stuck in the Persian Gulf, many loaded with oil and fertilizer. Typically, about 140 ships transit the Strait of Hormuz each day, Bill. Today,
140? Well, now it's 139. U.S. ceasefire appears to have ended. The UAE has attacked Iran, too? So now we have new countries that are actively attacking Iran. Holy fuck. Is there information about this? Yeah, I don't know. I'll look this up and see if I can find it. U.S. military has now attacked Iranian oil tankers, exchanges of fire. I'm surprised they've been doing that. They haven't been doing that the whole time. Iran's already rebuilding the bridge destroyed. I bet they are. We rebuild, but we do not forget. That's why you got to keep bombing them. Yep, I bet they are. This is exactly why I said, like, you can't, you can't let these guys go. The U.S. military just conducted strikes in southern Iran, so they bombed this airport right here, or sorry, the water port. U.S. military carried out. Yeah, there's more of this. This is from the Iran. Following the aggression of the invading U.S. Army against Iranian oil tanker, the enemy's aggressor units in the Strait of Hormuz area came under Iranian missile fire. Yeah, I bet they were. Yeah, and is there more of this?
We won't let that happen, and so we're dealing with people that want to make a deal very much, and we'll see.
They
want
to make a deal?
Can make
Apparently
a deal
not.
that's satisfactory to us. We have it very much under control. The blockade is unbelievable. The Navy's been incredible. The job they did, it's like a wall of steel. Nobody goes through. In particular,
Apparently
the
not.
Iranians, they're not getting anything through one way or the other.
Invading, we're in
so they're out of
international
business.
waters. Yeah, of
And we'll
course.
see whether or not they are agreeing. And if they don't agree, they'll end up agreeing shortly thereafter. So that's the way it is. And I thought you might want to have a little rundown now. The fake news is all happening.
Is that okay? So let me see what this is. Terrorists were identified. Drone footage showing the elimination of 2 Iran-backed Hezbollah terrorists. Good. U.S. attacked 2 Iranian vessels. I'm surprised they even have any boats left at all. Yeah. So the UAE attacked Iran? Like, I'm not even sure if I believe this. This is crazy. Dubai's in massive trouble. Next few weeks could be catastrophic. United Arab Emirates just attacked Iran. In response to repeated attacks against UAE, the Emirati Air Force. Oh, shit. Is this one of the... I don't know. I'm really trying to think about this. Is this the first Gulf country that has, like, actually... I know many of these countries have done defensive measures. Is this the first one that's taken an offensive measure against Iran? I think it is, right? Yeah, I mean... Because okay, wow. Saudi Arabia attacked Yemen? What? So are they just getting packed up now? The UAE and Saudi have wanted to do this for a while? I bet they have. That's not new? Oh, okay. I thought you meant like it just happened. I was like, what the fuck? Iran announced that it targeted the U.S. intelligence center and oil refineries. Let me see this. Oh, it's like lagging out or something. 1200, best missile defense system in history, the Patriot. What is that? What Iran's destroying? I don't know why it's not loading for some reason. It's really confirmed UAE attacked Iran. I believe war's direction will change. I feel like that's already what was happening. The UAE is set to declare war on Iran. I think that the UAE, this is like my CENTCOM statement. Okay, I'll pull that up and find it. I think the UAE attacking Iran is actually really, really important. And let me explain the reason why. It totally destroys the narrative that this entire thing is being pushed by Israel. Because the UAE has nothing to do with Israel. Like, it's a Muslim country, like the United Arab Emirates. Like, really, if the UAE is attacking them, very clearly this is not, the Jews controlling everything, right? For oil, no. Well, what I'm saying is that it removes the... anybody who's still saying that now is a retard, right? What? Yeah, I think they're totally retarded. The UAE and Israel work very closely together. Well, of course they work closely together. Many of these countries work together generally, right? But what my point is that it's no longer just the Jews having ownership over this. I think this will make it a lot harder to make that argument whenever you have other Muslim majority countries that are attacking Iran offensively. I think this is a massive difference, huge difference against Iran, right? And so many misinformation. Yeah, they're intrinsically linked. The UAE needs the world more than the world needs them. Well, I think most countries are like that. So this is what CENTCOM just posted. CENTCOM protects U.S. warships transiting Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. forces intercepted unprovoked Iranian attacks and responded with self-defense strikes as the U.S. Navy-guided missile destroyers. Iranian forces launched multiple missiles, drones, and small boats. and missiles, and no U.S. assets were struck. Not a surprise. U.S. CENTCOM eliminated inbound threats and targeted Iranian military facilities responsible for attacking U.S. forces, including missile and drone launch sites. I think that's pretty obvious. You could easily expect to see that happen. And no military, by the way. Well, the thing is that Iran's military, this is what they have. They have, like, basically a mosaic military where it's made up of individual, like, cells of people that are all operating autonomously under, like, a prior directive. Like, that's what it seems like is happening. Is that, like, artists? Well, it's almost like basically they were all in a room, like, maybe a year ago, and they said, okay, if we get attacked, here are, you know, it's like, you know, you're playing chess. Here are the first 50 chess moves that you're going to make. And here are contingency plans for X, Y, and Z thing, right? That's what I think is basically happening. It's called a terrorist network. Well, I'm like, the definition is not really relevant. Like, I think that's it. It's decentralized, like communist. Yeah, I think that, I mean, and if you were Iran, that's what you would do, right? I mean, that's what I would do, right? So it's not like it's crazy that they did this at all. Problem is, CENTCOM doesn't want to escalate the war, show everyone your destroyers that Iran struck. Yeah, right. And so this is finally happening. I'm not surprised at all. But honestly, I was surprised they even stopped the bombing in the first place. But yeah, it looks like now we've got even more of this. Attack. See if I can pull this up. Ukraine steps up strikes on Russia. Wait, Ukraine is attacking Russia more now too? I didn't see that. Yeah, I didn't see that at all. UAE sent the Iron Dome. Israel sent the UAE. Israel sent the Iron Dome to the UAE. Yeah. Do you have the Great Mount? I don't even know what that is. USA said this isn't a war restart though. Check that. I haven't seen that anywhere. Yeah, I didn't see that like one way or another way. First footage coming out of Iran showing the strikes over. So this is over Tehran. World War XII is coming. Yeah. Oh wait. I do think it's really important to get rid of the Iranian government. I do. I don't think you're going to have any peace in that region. Like, the Iranian government, I think, is like the genesis point of a lot of this, like, Muslim terrorism, like Islamic terrorism. It's coming out of Iran, whether it's Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis, there are other militia groups in Iraq. Like, a lot of the problems that we have come from Iran. And so if Iran is neutralized, those other problems not only become a lot weaker, but they'll also probably disperse in a pretty big way, right? Because they're not going to be funded. Or Pakistan. Well, we have a lot more connection with Pakistan than we do with Iran, very clearly. Check Jennifer and Griffin. Yeah, I'll look at that in just a second, okay? I'll pull it up. If we don't, it'll just let them raise another generation of terrorists. Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, the longer that you, like, I mean, this problem should have been solved in 1979. Like, we should have never let this happen in the first place. And now that it is happening, you know, every year that you let this go on is a year that it gets worse. And there's another big component to it as well, is that Iran, I think, has been engaging in a massive disinformation, misinformation campaign on social media to try to reframe things and to try to do different problems. And so you also have a foreign state actor that is engaged with like an active disinformation campaign on everybody inside of the West, right? So it's not just that they're posing a threat this way, they're also posing a threat ideologically. It comes from the Quran, it's around for 700 years. I don't know about the Quran, right? I'm talking about, like, I mean, this is Iran. The AI videos are so convincing, though. Yeah. You miss it, there are Iran good people also? Well, the overwhelming majority of people in Iran are good people that don't want to have anything to do with this, right? They don't even like their own government. So I think it's very obvious that's true. I think most people realize that. CENTCOM says it acted in self-defense by striking Iranian targets after Iran threatened U.S. ships. Here's what I think is really going on. I think that we are never going to know what actually happened or who actually attacked first. And I'll give you maybe a hot take. I don't care. If we didn't attack first, we should have. Should have immediately gone after these people. Like, there's never going to be a point, this is my perspective, there's never going to be a point where the Iranian government will become reasonable or easy to work with. Any conversation, any sort of like agreement that you have with them, they will break it the moment that they can. They only use agreements and diplomacy as a military strategy. Like, everything is moving towards the military strategy of consolidating more power, committing more terrorism, causing more problems. So it's to buy time. Yes, exactly. It's all part of a military strategy. Like Israel, I don't care. We're not in a war against Israel. We're in a war against Iran. Like, even if you think Israel's bad, you can't say that also Iran isn't bad. So, I mean, worst case scenario, you've got two bad actors. And so right now we're focused on Iran. So again, I don't care about, but Israel. I think that the majority of the people that are doing that are just trying to protect Iran for a religious reason or for some other sort of anti-Western reason. I don't care about any of that. They did drop the first bombs. Maybe, I don't know. And UAE signed a deal with Ukraine, so it's Ukraine's anti-drone tech that's defending UAE, not the Iron Dome. Oh, I didn't even know that. You cannot obtain this objective without this constant bombing. You need to attack with land troops in a region, or you're wasting your time, money, and continuing the endless sand war. Well, I don't know yet. I mean, I'm sure they have like some kind of strategy. It just depends on whether it's going to work out or not. And I don't know what they're going to do. Confirmed senior officials said the U.S. military just struck Iran's bunker. Yeah, not a surprise either. It's a naval checkpoint. I'm surprised they even have any naval checkpoints. Like, I thought we blew all that stuff up. Like, that's even surprising to me. Yeah, let's try bombs first. Yeah, I feel like bombs are working, right? I mean, it's definitely working. I mean, their amount of power and everything has been minimized tremendously. So what is this here? All the reports from CBS citing U.S. officials came under intense attack from Iran, fast attack boats and missiles in an engagement. It's characterized as far fiercer than the past engagement the two vessels were involved in. Well, I think that's the reason why, is that that's the reason why they want to do a ceasefire, is they'll ask for ceasefires and other negotiations so they can continue to accumulate resources and then attack again. That's what it is. Oh, well, the Western Christian, Israel's 100% more the problem. I don't know. I mean, like, at that point, like, I'm just not interested in engaging with that. Like, if you think Israel is a bigger problem than Iran, when Iran is screaming death to America constantly and blowing up American soldiers for, like, literally years, funding terrorists that we've been trying to deal with for years, I don't want to hear about it. And I think that overwhelmingly, this is one thing that's really important to keep in mind, is that on social media, you're going to see a lot of people from these other parts of the world that the reason why they hate Israel isn't because of their involvement in American politics. They want to tell you that that's the reason, but they actually might just hate Jews, and it has nothing to do with that at all. And, you know, if they can make American voters and the American population think that, you know, Israel is a bad actor, then hopefully they can weaken Israel's position because they have like an ideological enemy in Israel. And I'm not saying that Israel is like good, but what I'm saying is that these people aren't on your side either. These are people that would also want to demographically replace you. These are people that also think that America is full of infidels. These are people who are also, you know, not Western culture people. Like, these are people from a different group that are trying to convince you that by going against Israel, you're being in favor of America. You're not. You're just siding with one foreign power over another foreign power. And that's what it is. Why not hate both? You can hate both, but we're talking about Iran right now. So if you're constantly trying to reframe things around Israel, it's pretty obvious what you're trying to do. So yeah, so many Pakistani bot farms, I swear. It's not Pakistani bot farms entirely. I mean, the fact is that there's a lot of people that have the internet that are in these countries that are expressing themselves and think these things. It's really just that simple. I'll see if there's anything more to this. Real military, is the U.S. treated Iran like Venezuela and not that other empire? Well, I don't really know yet. Fight for the world's greatest resource, hearts and minds, the American people? Exactly, yes. Most hate Israel because of the Gaza situation. I think that you underestimate how much of it is a religious anti-Semitic reason. They've hated Israel forever, right? They've wanted to blow up Israel forever. Like, it has nothing to do with that. I think that for many of them it doesn't. Let me see if there's any more of this. Too crazy. If Iran continues to attack U.S. ship, we'll wipe them off the face of the earth. Okay, well, apparently that's what happened. And so I'll see if there's anything else. What percentage of the world do you think just hates Israel? I have no idea. I don't really care. It's not, honestly, like, the opinion, like, that has nothing to do with me, right? I mean, like, what I think the U.S. should do is the U.S. should protect the United States interests. Whether that is Iran, Israel, China, Russia, Ukraine, the Congo, or Venezuela, the focus should be around creating and protecting U.S. interests. That's what matters the most. It should not, like, I don't really, it doesn't matter to me, like, what other people's political opinions are on the other side of the world, or, like, who doesn't and does like it. The focus should be around making sure that we're doing what's in our best interest. We don't hate Israel because of Jews, nor do you have anything against you or the West to replace infidels or whatever. It has nothing to do with religion. Israel's a terrorist stolen state. Well, I don't really care, honestly. Like, I have no interest and no bearing. Like, I don't want to debate with you. I don't want to argue with you, because it's just like Iran. People like this will just lie, misrepresent things, and then work and back channel against you later on. I don't care what you guys think. It doesn't matter to me. The focus should be around getting rid of Iran and making sure that Iran is not able to fund terrorist networks and terrorist proxies. That's what really matters. That's what I care about. I don't care about what some ideology is. I don't care about Israel, what Israel did, or I don't care about any of this. The focus should be around making sure that the Iran government is neutralized so they can never threaten America or any other country, destabilize waterways, or cause and fund terrorism around the world ever again. That is the focus. It is that singular, defined, specific purpose that I am advocating for. Everything else after that, everything else before that, I don't really care about it. That's what matters to me. Does that make sense? Let's try to make focus on that. Yeah. And so, like, it did in Afghanistan. Well, I don't know about Afghanistan. It has nothing to do with that, right? And Iran's displaced millions of Muslims in Europe. Yeah, I think that's obviously true. I mean, I think very clearly that's true. Israel's interest is exactly that, and you're not alone. Well, Israel's interest is not relevant to me. If it aligns with my interests, then great. Maybe you can work with Israel, the same as it seems like we're working with the UAE. If Israel's interest isn't aligned with us, then we should focus on our own interest instead. It's great to have allies, right? It's good to have extra help in the region. I think we should take all the help we can get. It's going to be hard to displace Iran. Obviously, that's it. And I don't get it. I just want to see the IRGC gone, so my toddlers, whenever they're my age, won't be doing this again. Yeah, that's the way I feel about it. And I think that overwhelmingly, there are people that are trying to effectively use Israel as a kind of like a red herring away from Iran. They don't care about Israel. They care about protecting Iran. Israel is just the tool that they're using to distract you. The main focus is that Iran is funding terrorism. Iran is bombing ships. They are violating international law, and they've been doing it for years. And they also fund people that do it even worse than they do directly. Not true. You can say whatever you want. Like, at this point, like, I'm not going to be in the business anymore of trying to disabuse people of the notion that Iran is dangerous. If you think that they're not dangerous, then you're totally right. You think whatever you want. Like, at that point, like, you've clearly bought into propaganda and you're just not being rational at all. You think so? Yeah, I do. I do. I completely think so. I think that if Iran had a nuclear weapon, it would destabilize the entire Middle East, and it would cause a nuclear arms race in the Middle East, and it would ultimately lead to more unrest and a more dangerous world. It would be a huge problem. Iran's leadership's out of their mind. They might actually nuke someone. Maybe, right? I mean, like, when Iran is, and here's the question, right? When Iran is bombing and attacking multiple different countries that had nothing to directly do with attacking them, how can, and also putting mines in international waters just to stop anybody from going through a strait that they don't even control, right? Like, they have no autonomy to control that water. That's international waters. So they just think that they don't have to follow the rules. What do you think the chances are that they're going to use a nuclear bomb? I think it's very, very high. So they're terrorists. Yeah, it's a terrorist government. It's a terrorist ideology. And it is obviously a manifested terrorist actions. And the only way that you can approach it and do anything about it is if you go and get rid of them. There are no negotiations. There is no agreements. There are nothing. You can't do anything with these people other than wipe them out. That's it. They're pirates. Yeah, they're pirates. So everything else besides that is just a waste of time. Is this... Oh, my God. So this is 30 minutes ago. This seems like it's AI generated. What a surprise. It's Israel getting bombed. Many such cases. Iran's military statement. Is this the same guy? Let me see if I can find this, if there's any more of this. What is this? Announced the 3 Navy SEALs. Oh, boy. And came under Iranian attack. There's more of this. What do you think about all the insider trading your president's doing on oil? I mean, you don't really care about that. And I mean, like, you obviously just want to undermine Trump, right? It has nothing to do with insider trading. You don't care about insider trading. Like, if you did, you'd look at all the other Democrat politicians. Like, why even engage with somebody? This is the thing, is that a lot of times people think that they're going to be able to, well, I'm going to try to use your values against you so you can agree with me that your guys are bad. No, I'm not going to do that. It's not interesting to me. I don't care about it. So again, like, because I know that these people are unprincipled. So why would I try to, like, hold on to and adhere to what I would say my principles are with people that are just simply trying to use my principles as a tool to do whatever they want? Why would I do that? It's just a game.